Hello, welcome to this severe weather update for the US and Canada. We'll focus this video on the system in Canada and some severe weather in the US. So we already made a video of Tropical Depression 14. They'll be heading towards Florida next week. So please watch that if you are there and stay safe. That's in the description. So let's see what else is happening around the country. So we have a slight risk of severe weather today in Wisconsin and parts of the UP of Michigan, and a marginal in that same area around Michigan and Wisconsin. Some general storms in the Gulf. So let's see. Tornado threat less than 2%, hail threat 15 or 5%, and wind threat just 5% there. So let's see, strong to severe thunderstorms may produce large hail associated with gusty damaging winds, parts of northern Wisconsin, Michigan this afternoon and evening. So be aware there today. And let's see here, this is the HER. It shows that system that there in Canada, and it shows some showers in Minnesota coming, some more rain in Ontario, in Manitoba, and then the storms start forming in Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan, might be heavy in parts of Ontario, so heavy rain there. And then, but the HER is not showing anything crazy, showing more northern Michigan, that's light risk, and northern Wisconsin, that's light risk. So, but not showing anything that crazy, but be aware there, those storms might be severe. Then they keep going throughout Michigan, Ontario, and the Great Lakes, and it moves into Quebec tomorrow. So heavy rain, some storms into Quebec and southeastern Ontario. Then by Sunday afternoon tomorrow, it shows the cold front extending all the way down to Pennsylvania. So some showers and storms all the way from Quebec to Pennsylvania. So be aware, like New York and some of those areas tomorrow, Sunday, the 6th. So let's see here. So tomorrow, Sunday, we have a marginal risk in that area around New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia. Some general storms in the Gulf. So wind threat 5%, hail threat a smaller 5%, and tornado actually at 2%. Pennsylvania, southwestern New York, and parts of West Virginia and Ohio. So please be aware tomorrow there. Strong to severe thunderstorms are possible Sunday afternoon and evening across parts of western New York and Pennsylvania into West Virginia. So like I showed you on the model, be careful there, and also in Quebec and Ontario, especially in southeastern Ontario tomorrow. And day after, just storms in Florida, some general storms. So now we have some fire to talk about. There's a big critical area today, like parts of Wyoming, northern Colorado, Nebraska, parts of South Dakota, and northwesternmost Kansas. So be aware. And elevated all the way from Texas to Montana. So be aware of some dry and windy conditions might make easier for fires to spread if they form. So be careful not to start any fires and stay away from active fires. And tomorrow still an elevated from Minnesota to Ohio and all the way down to Oklahoma. So still be aware tomorrow. And we have the map today, some mixed precipitation in Montana's, critical fire and severe weather. Tomorrow, some general storms, and after tomorrow, some flooding in Florida, right, and more storms. Quantitative precipitation shows that rain today in Michigan, Wisconsin, north into Canada, and yeah, and some in South Texas and some in Florida, right. Tomorrow for Sunday shows a little bit more Florida, South Florida especially, more than 1-2 inches locally, and day 3 shows some in Maine and the northeast and eastern Canada, and more parts of Washington, the northwest, and already showing some more in Florida there. That's Monday, close like 2 inches eastern western Florida and the Bahamas. Day 4, this hurricane already crosses Florida, shows more than 5-6 inches locally around just north of Tampa through central Florida, but it depends if this goes south or north of Tampa. I discussed that with the models on the tropical update in the description, so please stay safe there. This is this system will have a lot of impacts, regardless if it's like a hurricane or not. Even if it's just like disorganized disturbance, it will bring flooding. But the forecast has a category 2 hurricane, so please stay safe there. And shows a shower too in like Colorado, Arizona, and some more stuff to the northwest. Day 5 next Thursday, still some 2 inches in Florida near Georgia, some stuff there. The northeast, some showers in Arizona. Day 6 shows more in the northwest, more across like Mexico, Oklahoma, parts of Florida still. Day 7, more across the western Rockies and the northwest. Day 1 through 7 shows some isolated across the west and more in the northwest, especially Washington. Be aware. Shows there in the northern US that cold front, and the northeast that rain and everything. It shows a lot in Canada there, northwestern Canada and eastern Canada. It shows in Florida more than 7 inches, 5-6 inches. So please stay safe. Winter weather that doesn't show any greater snow probability today, but like day 3, day 4, day 6, yeah, this is still nothing crazy. Excessive rainfalls are marginal in southernmost Texas and southern Florida for Saturday today. Shows like day 2 already a marginal in central southern Florida for some flash flooding. Day 3 already is light through the western, eastern, and southern coastal Florida and a marginal, so please stay safe from flash flooding. This is Monday to Tuesday. And then Tuesday, a marginal there in Florida, and the day this makes landfall, Wednesday still a marginal, but this marginal might increase depending on how this goes to a slight or even a moderate. So yeah, please be aware. There's still the heat risk in the southwest, still some major to extreme heat risk in California, Arizona, southernmost Nevada, some minor heat risk in other areas, some moderate to major in Florida. Then Sunday, still major extreme in the southwest. Monday, more extreme heat risk in Southern California, moderate heat risk in Florida. Tuesday, some more major in the southwest, moderate in Florida. Wednesday, some moderate in the southeast and southwest. Thursday, Friday, kind of that. So be careful with the heat. And now let's see, we have a bunch of warnings there, like some red flag warnings, some high wind warnings in most of the northern US, some like excessive heat warnings and warnings and advisories in the southwest, some like some special air quality in Texas, and some flood watches already in Florida for some storms there, some wind advisories in the north, so please be aware those areas. So the heat still shows like some 90s in the plains today, further south some 90s, the southeast too, some 100s, more than 109, Southern California, some 100 in the valleys. Be careful. Tonight to tomorrow shows the minimum temperatures down to some 40s in the north, some 30s in southernmost northernmost North Dakota, so like 50s and 40s in the northeast already. So be aware. As the maximum temperatures for Sunday all the way to 111, 112 in the southwest, 100 in California. So stay safe with the heat. Some 90s across the mid-south as well. And let's see, the night from Sunday to Monday, still some 40s in the north, in the mountains, some lower 40s, not which like 41, 39 Fahrenheit in those areas, northern Wisconsin, Minnesota. So colder there already. Be aware of the lower temperatures. And then like day 3 maximum for Monday shows more 100s southwest, more 90s on the south, some 80s, and yeah, so be careful with the heat. The night from Monday to Tuesday, still some very low 30s Fahrenheit temperatures in northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. In the mountains too, very cold, and still hot in the southwest there. The northeast there is some 40s, and yeah, day 4 Tuesday during the day, so like some 100s in the southwest, some 90s in the southern plains, some 80s, and some 80s in Florida, but it will be lower because of this hurricane. And let's see, day 4 from Tuesday to Wednesday, alright, it shows some like 30s in the northeast, 30s Fahrenheit. That's very cold, alright. Some like 30s in northern Michigan, Wisconsin, so be aware of the cold. Mountains of Oregon and the Rockies, colder as well, be aware. Day 5, Wednesday during the days, so some 100s in the southwest, 90s in the southern plains, 80s and some 50s in the northeast. The night from Wednesday to Thursdays, some more 50s there and 40s in the mountains. Shows in the northeast still some 40s and 30s Fahrenheit during the night and morning. Day 6 maximum for Thursdays, some more 100s in the southwest still and some 80s and 90s in the plains. Be aware, the night from Thursday to next Friday, some 40s in the northeast, some 40s and even 30s in the higher Rockies, and some 40s around the northwest. Day 7 maximum, some 100s the southwest still, some 90s there for Friday, so be careful. And the max wind gusts today, according to the National Weather Service model, they showed those yellows, it's like more than 65 mile per hour gusts. So like northern Montana, northern North Dakota, and Wyoming, more than 60 mile per hour gusts in some areas. So please be careful with the wind still. Let's see if they predict any snowfall. Nothing great. And yeah, precipitation, the rain in the south and the front in the north there. So be careful. In Canada, we still have like in Saskatchewan and Ontario some advisories, like Manitoba, some wind warnings for that system, bunch of wind warnings, Manitoba and southern Saskatchewan. So be careful. More than 70 to 90 km per hour gusts today, this afternoon. Northwest, northeastern British Columbia, some frost fog advisories, mainly this morning, so it might end by this afternoon, depending on what time you watch this video. Southern Ontario, special weather statements, strong wind gusts possible this evening through early starting morning, so some 70 to 80 or higher km per hour gusts near Lake Superior, and shows around Quebec, some frost advisory still for some near freezing temperatures at night and early morning. Further north into Quebec, more frost advisories there. So be aware of the crops and everything. So here you can see like the European model, the wind gusts, all those very strong wind gusts, like some 62, 58 miles per hour in the northern U.S. and North Dakota still some 60 or more miles per hour, 61 in Montana. So please be aware in those areas. So southern Saskatchewan, it shows all the way to 102 km per hour gusts, some locations there, so please be careful. Southern Manitoba, some 84, 87 km per hour gusts. More across like northern British Columbia, some 66 km per hour gusts. So please be aware in those areas. And we have those big systems still on the Pacific. They are in Alaska, some more than 84 km per hour gusts, still in the Aleutian Islands, and then this big system start curving there and affecting the coast of southern Alaska and parts of western Canada. So some more than 92 km per hour gusts. It's almost like 60 mile per hour gusts. So be aware for British Columbia, like Monday the 7th might have some high gusts too, close to 92 km per hour gusts, southern the coast of British Columbia and near north and eastern British Columbia too, some high gusts. So be careful with those systems, like the rain, so you can see better. So there's already snow in many areas of Yukon, Alaska, parts of British Columbia, and northwestern territory. So, but there's that system spinning there. You'll bring some heavy rain to the coast of southern Alaska, British Columbia, some more heavy rain and some heavier snow in the mountains. So be aware, more snow for those areas, more rain. And northern Alaska with the Arctic snow showers, might get some more snow showers there along with Russia, and shows more like northern Nunavut, some snow showers and stuff. So be aware. There's this precipitation type as well. Shows like at the system there, and as it goes into the coast, the European models show like the probability of freezing rain in the pink, some mixed ice in the brown, wet snow in the yellow and green, and snow in the white and rain in the blue. So there's probabilities of freezing rain there among all this rain and snow. So be aware, show some more probabilities there. And there's this system Central Canada showing wet snow in Manitoba and Ontario. Then this keeps going, more rain for Eastern Canada, some backwards like wet snow. So be aware, Tuesday the 8th, still snow and rain there on the west, more stuff later. And potentially showing some bigger systems around Alaska and eventually towards the coast later next week. So like after the 12th. So please be aware in those areas. The rain accumulation shows like until Thursday the 10th shows southern British Columbia, the European model showing like some 8 inches, like some 211 millimeters, some 163 millimeters in southern British Columbia, like the coast there, because that's the only coast. So please be aware, British Columbia, along the coast might be some flooding if the rain from the systems is heavy, like shows some 155 millimeters in Alaska, close to 6-7 inches there, southern Alaska, further north some 5 inches, more than 150-70 millimeters. So be careful. Southern Alaska too, some more rain for Nunavut, and the rain in Eastern Canada from this, the rain in Ontario from this cold front, showing higher accumulations Eastern Quebec, more than 127 millimeters in Quebec, some more in Atlantic Canada, some rain too, so be careful in those areas. And the wind gusts I showed you as this goes into the coast, and Eastern Canada from the eastern Central Canada, those show some stronger winds in Quebec as this goes in there, and as it crosses Ontario there, show some very high gusts in Lake Superior, northern Minnesota, and Wisconsin. So be aware as it crosses there. Some higher winds northern Ontario into Hudson Bay until next Tuesday, and eventually in Atlantic Canada showing some higher winds like close to 79 km/h gusts next Wednesday. So be aware and stay safe in those areas. Now, like since in Eastern Canada, the European model shows that system coming. The cold front, those severe storms near Wisconsin and Michigan and southern Ontario. Then this keeps going, shows a little bit of snow back behind it. The storms the northeastern U.S. tomorrow. Monday, the cold front continues for Eastern Canada, showing a little bit heavier in Eastern Quebec, to like northern Maine and New Brunswick, and then this keeps going there. And even some snow next Saturday behind it in Labrador. So please be aware in those areas and watch out for this. The GFS is still showing a lot of snow there, but I don't think there'll be that much snow. But shows the cold front moving with the storms there into Eastern Canada, and continues to show snow behind it. So we'll keep monitoring this and be aware in those areas now. Just for some like snowfall and temperatures, does show like until next Thursday, the European model does have a little bit of snow in Manitoba from today and tomorrow, like and even after tomorrow, but mainly today and tomorrow, and show like some wait. There's some 6 centimeters of snow. Western Quebec showing some 8 centimeters, so very little, but it does show some snow in some other parts of Quebec, very little, but does show a little bit. In Yukon shows more, northwestern territories, northern Nunavut into northwestern territories, some more snow showers. Very heavy in the mountains of British Columbia, southern Alaska, like 95 centimeters, 100 centimeters, especially southern Alaska, more than 178 centimeters of snow. 162 and 147, so please be careful. The heavy snow in those areas, southern Alaska, some more there, some showers of snow in northern Alaska, central Alaska, so be aware. And even the Colorado Rockies are showing tiny hint Utah, Wyoming, but that's like so little. The GFS is not showing anything there, just the European. The GFS shows heavier Manitoba into Ontario, shows a little bit, shows more in Quebec. So the GFS shows more than 24 centimeters of snow in Quebec and Ontario. So I don't think there'll be that much snow, but you never know. Shows a lot in Nunavut, like northern Nunavut in the Arctic, some towns there, some more than 22 centimeters of snow. More northern northwestern territories, shows a lot in the mountains of southern Alaska, British Columbia, and Yukon there. So be careful with the snow and everything. Shows still like those very negative temperatures, northwestern Canada, northern Canada, like -9 degrees Celsius, like -9 in Alaska will be like 20s and teens Fahrenheit. So please be aware. Mountains of Alberta, British Columbia, so -1, 2, and now the European model shows a similar thing, like shows a little bit warmer, like the southernmost prairies, some 21 degrees, like in Atlantic Canada, some 15, 18 degrees, but northwestern Canada is still showing very cold, but not as cold as before, because there's like this path of a little bit warmer temperature, some 5, 8 degrees, and the negative temperature like very north there, like 0, -1, so be aware. Showing like the European model shows Monday the 7th all the way to 22 degrees in southern prairies, and those negative temperatures start setting up in eastern Canada, coming south from Nunavut, shows those negative temperatures in Nunavut all the way from Manitoba to Ontario. So some one degree from the night from Monday to Tuesday, shows some more negative temperatures in Ontario and parts of eastern Quebec next Wednesday and next Thursday. Those 40s and 30s Fahrenheit in the northern U.S. and those colder temperatures there in eastern Canada. Next Friday the 11th, northern Quebec and Labrador. Northern Quebec, some negative temperatures as well. So be aware of the temperatures, the wind, the snow and everything.